Senate strikes debt ceiling deal.
Breaking news.
That's right, folks. Let's get to it. This is a political commentator. Obviously, we are going to do some political commentary. You might be shocked to find out, but how much does that mansion cost you? Dog, it's literally all over the internet, you fucking dumb bitch. It's just like, you just Google Hassan house, okay? Fuck you. Oh my God. Anyway, now that I jumped off that fucking bait like goddamn sea bass, I don't even know if sea basses jump on baits. Let's do politics, dude. This is fucking, let's go.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the Senate has reached a deal to raise the national debt ceiling and avoid going into default. The deal temporarily increasing the debt ceiling through early December. ABC News Deputy Political Director Avery Harper here for more. So, Avery, Republican leader Mitch McConnell previously said Democrats would have to do this on their own. How did the deal come about?
Well, we know that there were lawmakers working into the night yesterday to try and figure out if they could come to an agreement on Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell's stopgap, his extension, his short-term extension for raising the debt ceiling. He said that he would agree to raise the debt ceiling as long as Democrats had a fixed dollar amount that they would raise that debt ceiling by. And so today we know that it's going to be about $480 billion that we're going to expect for them to raise it. And that's enough to get them to December 3rd, which is going to be quite chaotic as they still try to figure out funding the government around the same time.
And we will have to go, well, will we have to go through this all over again come December? That's the question.
In short, yes. The fact is that when you talk to Democrats will tell you that, oh, well, McConnell caved. And yes, kind of for now.
Yeah, they just pushed it back to like an even more stressful time. So
the fact that is that this kind of sets up an even bigger fight as they figure out trying to raise the debt limit again in December and also funding the government. So this is going to be quite the showdown on Capitol Hill as we head into the holidays.
And so how could this impact other negotiations like, something we've sort of been talking a lot about, bipartisan infrastructure?
Right. Well, those negotiations are ongoing, and those are really intra-party, negotiations at this point. We're seeing the philosophical differences between different ends of and different wings of the Democratic Party, and the fact is that those squabbles are likely going to continue. It complicates those negotiations because, again, remember that Republicans were obstructing the raising the debt ceiling because they do not want Democrats to be able to pass that $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation plan, that spending plan focused on the social safety net. And so all the same dynamics still are at play. It's just going to all come to a head in December, right before the holiday recess.
Oh, perfect timing. We'll be very busy during the holidays. ABC News Deputy Political Director Avery Harper, great to see you this morning. Thanks, Avery.
Pretty good coverage of the squabble with Senator Whitehouse. Let's see it.
McConnell this morning after weeks of refusing to come to the negotiating table, criticizing and blaming Democrats for the debt ceiling crisis. Watch.
They wanted to turn their failure into...
Oh, trigger warning, chat, trigger warning, Mitch McConnell.
Everybody else's crisis. Playing risky games with our economy, using manufactured drama to bully their own members, indulge.
Love when the turtle bitch defends, a bisexual icon.
Turtle.
That's right. Mitch McConnell said visibility is important in Congress. Why the hell are the Democrats bullying their own icon?
Petty politics instead of governing. Their entire failed approach to governing.
Did you have to get permission from YouTube to show all their content, or can you do that? How does that work? Bro, I got some of the biggest fucking weirdos in here, dude. I guess, it's like bait, right? Like, that's what's going on. Like, I don't know if it's like a fucking bingo thing, or...
In a nutshell, on full display for the country to see.
Joining us now for reaction, Democratic Senator from Rhode Island, Sheldon Whitehouse, who has been key not only in calling out Mitch McConnell's obstruction, but also in shining a light on dark money and the GOP's increasing reliance on it. You are at the intersection of just about everything we talk about. I wanted to talk to you for a while, so thank you for spending some time with us today. First, Senator, your reaction to Mitch McConnell.
Well, the latest news is that it looks like Mitch just folded, and we are going to be able to go forward the way he originally suggested as Democrats and raise the debt limit. And we'll be able to do that at least through December, which gives us the necessary window of time and more to finish Build Back Better and pass that in the bipartisan infrastructure bill. So it looks like he's withdrawn his threat to blow up the U.S. economy in order to score political points, and we can go forward and do Build Back Better.
Why do you think he folded?
I suspect he was starting to get a lot of pressure from the financial interests behind him who realized that he was playing with dynamite that would blow their fingers off.
So you mentioned the financial interest behind him, and I've seen some of your comments as the Texas abortion ban has made its way through to the Supreme Court, and I wonder if you can speak about whether the extreme nature of the Republican Party that's so brazen now, and I guess maybe what's a distinction is that this version of the Republican Party is so openly extreme on abortion, on the Supreme Court justices, on the debt ceiling. And I wonder if you think it gives renewed interest to look at something you've talked about for a long time, the forces, the dark money forces.
Yeah, it's the reason the Republican Party is openly extreme is partly Donald Trump. But more than that, it's that there's basically unified command and control over the party by a small group of extremist donors. And when you have a control by extremists over a party, you have an extreme party. And we know this because we've seen the Heritage Action tape that showed the dark money driving voter suppression. We know this because we have read the Washington Post expose of the hundreds of $millions of dark money spent on court capture. We know this because we've seen the dark money laid out in scientific journals behind the climate denial operation. And we know it because when you poke at Mitch McConnell's big money, it's dark money. And it's the same crew, and they're pulling all these levers. And the sooner Democrats start telling the public about this, the better off we'll be.
So just explain, help me understand how those dark money interests were against what you just said, what the Democrats are going to be able to do, which is to avoid our country having to default, something 6 former defense secretaries warned against today.
Well, I think their play was make Mitch take us as close to a debt limit crisis as we can to see if the Democrats fold. And when we didn't, they realized that a global economic meltdown led by a U.S. debt limit crisis was going to blow them up with everybody else. And so they pulled the plug on the plan. Mitch folded, and now we've got time to go ahead and do Build Back Better, which was probably ultimately their goal anyway. They wanted to get us tangled up in a debt limit fight so that we couldn't do Build Back Better.
So tell me what happens next.
We go do Build Back Better.
Yeah, except, I wonder if that's how much fucking Mitch McConnell believes in Kyrsten Sinema being like the obstructionist figure in the Senate. That like, it doesn't even matter. Like, he's just like, fuck it. Like, they're gonna fucking tank this shit regardless. I hope there's more bullying occurring, by the way, for the record. So Twitch leaked how much streamers make. Trillionaire, mansion, poor. Oh, now I'm gonna fucking XQC thumbnail, dude? What's this fucking, what's that his name, dude? The one with the golden kappa and his fucking avatar? I swear to God, I'm fighting him, dude. Yeah, Arthium. Son of a bitch. At least they're called Poor Pop and Poor. Anyway, let's keep going.
The president put filibuster reform on the table. Do you need to do that? Do you do it through reconciliation? Just take me through the steps, because I think people feel the alarm.
No, I mean, Immediately, we go to the floor with whatever Mitch has agreed to, whether it's us doing it with 50 votes or them providing 10 votes, and we clear the debt limit through December in regular order. And that's now done and a threat off our backs through December. And then we finish up the deal making between the White House and Speaker Pelosi and Senator Schumer and make sure our caucuses are all united, and we pass Build Back Better for once and for all. And then the American people see why they voted for Democrats.
You said something, I mean, this description of Mitch McConnell folding feels like a development that we shouldn't skip past. It seems like Mitch McConnell's hardball tactics take on a mythology that exceeds Mitch McConnell's political acumen. But he still seems to be in the heads of a lot of political observers. And I wonder if you could just speak to what the president said yesterday about filibuster reform, not just around the debt ceiling, because it sounds like there's a legislative solution to that, but around the rest of a lot of these priorities, voting rights, perhaps reproductive freedoms, perhaps gun legislation.
Well, that's a battle for the future. I think the thing immediately in front of us is to pass Build Back Better, which already gets around the filibuster because of its reconciliation nature. And we've got to put all our effort into getting that done and then passing through, getting the bipartisan bill done with it and putting that whole package before the American people to enjoy and appreciate. And I think that's got to be our key and immediate goal. Longer term, there are going to be more threats. In December, I think Mitch is going to try to run this same play. And it's going to be a question for historians whether Mitch McConnell is a sock puppet who is doing what he's told by a crafty, very well-funded dark money operation that's pulling his strings, or whether he's the evil genius that people sometimes fear. And I'm not going to offer an opinion on that right now.
Okay, I had to try. I want to ask your personal views, though, about filibuster reform. Are you for it?
I think that we've got to work our way there, but there are definitely things that we need to do. And if the filibuster is abused against us, we've got to break through it and get it done. We can't have a situation where a party that is run by dark money can use the filibuster to keep democracy under the thumb of dark money. At some point, democracy and majority rule have to prevail. That's the American way. And we've got to find our way there, and we've got to make it happen.
Sheldon Whitehouse is a really interesting senator because he does, the dark money thing is like his whole brand. Like, he loves ripping into fucking super PACs. Like, this is his, right up his fucking alley. Like, he is very good at that. What is dark money? Dark money is super PACs, shadow donors that don't have to disclose where the money is coming from, that can pump unlimited funds into campaigns without it being directly associated with the campaign itself or a political figure itself. Don't Dems take dark money? Of course they do. Of course they do, and it's fucking terrible. Wasn't this a guy who was a longstanding member of a whites-only yacht golf club? I mean, I don't know, but he sure looks the part. I would not be surprised if that's the case. Why isn't that illegal? Because America, baby, it's called freedom of speech. Neoliberals would unironically make an argument for it, too. Neoliberals and also people like Glenn Greenwald that believe that money is speech in this country and that corporations are people who should be able to have free speech rights. Did you pay all your taxes? Yes, dude. What a fucking dumb question. Shut the fuck up, unproductive chatters who are literally in here for a fucking dumbass fucking gotcha. What a stupid, pathetic, idiotic fucking derailment, dude. Jesus Christ. How fucking selfish are you? We're covering the goddamn news. All right, let's keep going.
But this shows that Mitch can also be made to blink when it looks like the caucus is unifying on something.
Well, is that where you are on voting rights? Are the Democrats unified on voting rights? Could you see, and respectfully, doesn't it feel
we have
like
the
we're
new
already
voting
there?
rights bill that was, we have the new voting rights bill that was negotiated with Senator Manchin that all 50 of us are ready to vote for. It includes within it the cleanup for dark money. So, we have to get Build Back Better done, and after that, we'll have floor time to put pressure on the Republicans on other matters. But I think for them to go into the election being the party that defends dark money corruption is not a great place for them to be. So I think we can.
The news shows some Fox News says Jesus the Lord. Brother, do not worry. Oh, this person
put immense pressure on them.
I love showing Fox News.
Either by finding a way around the filibuster for that matter, or by simply putting so much pressure on them like old school. So much pressure on them that they have to answer for their conduct every single darn day. And
the thumbnail, I'm rich. Oh no. It's Wednesday. Oh no. What did my editors do? Dude, come on. Leaked. I'm rich. Oh no, dude. Come on. They just cooked me, dude. I'm rich. It's Wednesday, October 6th, 2021, 11:07 a.m. I feel like there's something going on. I feel like there's something in the news. I don't know. I woke up immediately. My timeline is like people defending me, people shitting on me. It's wild. I'm rich. Okay. Sorry. Let's keep going.
Senate, that they finally throw in the towel and say, look, we're tired.
The yacht story was proven to be Republican agitprop.
Of being painted as the party of dark money. We're tired of having to vote to defend dark money when people hate it. We give. And I think both strategies can work, and I don't want to get in Chuck Schumer's way about which strategy he chooses, but we can get this done.
So I hear what you're articulating is a sequential nature to getting the Build Back Better bill done, but you're not ruling out filibuster reform.
Yeah, that's got to happen now.
Okay. I want to ask you specifically about the role of dark money and sort of the reporting that's been done, the investigative reporting about the voter suppression laws. They seem to have been crafted in right-wing conservative think tanks. You and I both know where they are and where they were distributed. It seems to me that because they're so malevolent, it's hard to attach descriptions like wildly successful to them, but they have been. 33 voter suppression laws and almost more alarming voter nullification measures have already been put in place. Do you feel urgency to, after the Build Back Better bill, turn to protecting voting rights in America?
Yeah, absolutely, particularly the dark money piece of it. The way that I think we should think about this is that essentially a covert operation has been run against our country. And we're Democrats, so we're nice people. So we don't think Americans would ever do that against their own country. But the fact of the matter that we have to face is that a bunch of creepy billionaires have done exactly that, using the tradecraft that intelligence services use to run covert operations in other countries. They've used a dark money operation in this country to capture the Supreme Court, do voter suppression, deny climate change, and take over the Republican Party.
Everything he said is 1,000% correct. Why is he telling the truth on TV? I mean, this is his thing. So Sheldon Whitehouse has always been like this. He fucking rips into super PACs all the time. That's his, like, there are, is he good? I mean, he's not bad. He's better than a lot of, like, the two things he's got going is climate change and dark money. That's his shtick.
That is something that we need to fix, and it is really important for our country that we fix it, because a country that's run by creepy billionaires through a covert dark money operation isn't the America we want to hand off to our children and grandchildren.